I just got back from installing roll roofing on Clifton Clark's roof down in the hood. Clifton Clark's an old black, well, Afro-Cuban guy. Really nice guy in his 70s. And me and another guy put down a roof a little while back, and the wind blew parts of the roll roofing up and ripped it off and stuff. And so now I'm going over with another layer of roll roofing. And I slammed my finger twice with a hammer and gave it like a pinched blood blister, like when I was climbing up onto the roof. So it's not been a good day for finger stuff. Anyway, never mind that. What I really want to get to is what I started in this other video, which I find kind of interesting now. Words themselves. We bandy about all these philosophical ideas, but how much do we know about how the words themselves are affecting the whole thing? I mean, let's look at it from that point of view. Now, I like what I was saying about totality consciousness. If you're totally, really, literally focusing on the whole thing, that is, the whole entire universe, there's really only one noun and one verb. Okay? It's all existence and non-existence is the one noun, and all action taking place is the one verb. Okay? There's no need to I'd say things like adjectives would become almost irrelevant. Well, maybe not. It would proceed logically on out to that. There would only be one adjective, because it would only be like the universe. That's what it would be. There'd only be one adverb. There'd only, what I mean, and that adverb would be meaningless because, and that all those words would be meaningless because, if the whole universe is one, there's no. If you're literally just talking about it, all you can say is like it, or God, or the universe, or everything, or so that's where it all starts, and then you go from there to more and more focus, more and more complexity, more and more analysis, more and more separation. That's the point. You analyze anything you analyze, you begin to break down, look at its parts, describe it, move in the direction of greater and greater complexity, greater and greater, well, not necessarily greater and greater multiplicity. So, let me just think about this for a minute. This is unrehearsed, so I'm just, as all my videos are, but sometimes I do outtakes, and then that gives me a better idea what I'm talking about, but this is the first take. Anyway, just somebody, I would like to hear some ideas here. I'll rather than just blah blah blahing myself, I'll say I would like to hear some of your ideas about language and exactly how language plays into metaphysical type thought. I mean, not just ordinary linguistics. I mean, there's obviously a lot of simple, straightforward stuff to do with linguistics and semantics and all that stuff, but how do you think it plays into, like, the mystical path? How do words play into it? Do it analytically. Don't just be like, oh, well, words help describe the mystic experience, but they can never totally describe it. Don't say just say something like that. I'm already like telling you what to say. No, you can say whatever you want, but I'm just saying, like, they really play an incredibly important role, as Casteneda showed us. I saw a documentary about Casteneda on YouTube last night, and he claimed to purport and be totally certain on the fact that he was making stuff up. He made the sorcerer up and stuff, but they presented absolutely no clear, at all irrefutable evidence of that. The only thing that did seem sort of disappointing and disillusioning was that he turned into this kind of dirty old man, classic cult leader by the end of his life, which I hadn't known. You know, he was doing these classes called tensegrity, which is these sort of almost yoga-like things. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Carlos Castaneda, but then he was, you know, he's fucking all these young chicks and things like that, you know, and telling him it was because he was the Nawal and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. At least that's what this documentary said. If you want to check it out, it's called Tales from the Jungle. If you don't know Carlos Castaneda, they'll give you kind of a dumb overview of what it's about, but it's nothing like what the books are about. You know, they don't even really accurately describe what goes on in those books and stuff. But anyway, you know, the whole thing, one of the linchpins of sorcery in those books is stopping the internal dialogue, and they were talking about how important words are. As soon as the words all stop, they suddenly be able to do all these amazing things. Their mind suddenly becomes freed, and I've seen that myself. Try completely stopping your internal thought talking, and it's like letting go of the string of a kite. Something begins to just open up. I mean, it's like your whole verbal structuring is extremely important, and it's completely structuring virtually everything you do. That's pretty much beyond doubt. But yeah, leave me some response videos or something. I've never once gotten a response video, so just somebody leave me a response video, will you? Danny or any of you people listening, Griffin. Oh, well, actually, I have gotten a response video from Anand, or that guy Adioscar. His name is Adioscar. I've gotten a bunch of response videos from him, but I guess I'm getting a little too into YouTube here, but it's interesting to me just to record my ideas and see myself, but I'd also like feedback, so if you're at all interested, just go ahead and leave me some feedback. Send me a message or something, you know. Something a little bit strangely kind of lonely about YouTube, like you're making these videos, but you don't know really who's seeing them or how many people, unless they leave a comment, and a lot of times they just don't, you know. So unless you're one of these big YouTube celebrities, you know, like, I don't know, I've seen a couple like Ian Crossland and that schizophrenic girl, Mel's Basket Case. You know, they have hundreds of subscribers and, you know, hundreds or thousands of views for every video they leave and endless comments, you know. But unless you're somebody like that, you don't really know who's watching your videos and checking your shit out or anything, you know. But anyway, it's probably over the time already. I've just rambled, but words just maybe I'll talk more about it in the next one. I have a feeling this is either over time or close. See you later.